Elections are taking place in Delhi today, but I am not casting my vote. And the Election Commission of India and the Supreme Court of India are responsible for this. Now, as I've been sharing over the last almost 45 days, that there is a very, very major flaw in the current election procedure and how votes are casted in the EVM. Because of all of this, it is very easy for the Election Commission of India and other vested parties to find out which voter voted for who. And I am not comfortable with anyone finding out who I am voting for. So as a mark of protest, I am not voting today. What action can be taken for the Election Commission of India and the Supreme Court of India not taking required action on my complaint and my PIL? I will work on that. But for today, I am not casting my vote. And again, through this video, I want to inform the entire country that the secrecy of your vote can be compromised because of the way the process is. And let me quickly once again share you the process. Once you enter the polling booth, you will be asked to get your name and details filled in a register 17A. That is done by the second polling officer. The first polling officer will collect the unofficial slip from you, and then the second polling officer will, after entering your details in this register 17A, which are done in a sequential manner based on who first come, first entered. This person will, the second polling officer will now issue you an official voter slip which you go and give to the third polling officer. And the third polling officer, after checking the indelible ink which has been put on your finger by the second polling officer only, will allow you to proceed to cast your vote. Now, the vote you cast is done through an electronic machine. There are three machines which comprise and become the EVM. The EVM, all these three machines, the control as well as the counting unit, the ballot unit where you push the button, and the VVPAT unit, all these three are machines which have microcontroller chips. How do microcontroller chips work? They store data like a stack of cards. That data later on, if somebody wants, can be retrieved even in an Excel format in a sequential manner as well. Now that sequential manner can be matched with the sequential entry of your data in the 17A register. The voter slip which you gave, the unofficial one which was given to you by the polling officer or by some party, as well as the official voter slip which you give, they are also stored in a sequential manner. So there are three sequential slips: unofficial slip, the 17A register, and then the official slip. And then you have these machines, three machines with microcontroller chips, all three storing data with the possibility to extract them in whatever manner. Now the Supreme Court also, in its judgment in April about the EVMs and the ADR matter, had said that for security they will allow 5% of machines, the microcontroller burnt memory, to be accessed and verified that it is accurate, which again proves my point which I've been trying to raise for a month and a half now, that access is there to the microcontroller chip memory, and anybody with vested interest can know who voted for who, and then there can be severe vendetta in numerous ways. Agencies, we know today how they work, and God forbid the same party, I hope it doesn't come back, but if this party or any party who wants to have vendetta against you when they are in government, they can use your vote against you for raids by ED, IT, CBI, NIA. Your social media can be clamped down. My social media is now completely almost clamped down. My posts don't even reach a single person on LinkedIn. That's how vicious things can become for you as well. My Facebook was already like this ever since this government came into being, and I stopped using Facebook for that reason. But also understand, there is a CCTV camera in polling booths. Almost 60% of polling booths in the country have CCTV installed. So that is another way through which it can be matched, that who came in which order, and then the votes can be tallied through the EVM itself, and the voter slip also, the form register 17A also. Now further, you need to understand that of the three machines, one machine is known as the VVPAT machine. What does the VVPAT machine do? It prints a slip which shows you who you voted for. Now, besides other information, which is the name and the symbol of the candidate and maybe the name of the party, this VVPAT slip, as per the submission of the Election Commission of India, which is how I also learned, that this VVPAT slip is time-stamped. The time-stamped VVPAT slip you leave behind in the VVPAT machine itself. Now this again is another biggest tool. This time-stamped VVPAT slip can be matched with the 17A register and the voter slips, the two different voter slips. All of this entire mechanism and process of elections presently is the threat to voter secrecy, and the Supreme Court of India should have heard the PIL immediately instead of just dismissing it without even letting my lawyers complete the submission. And the Election Commission of India should have immediately taken action, prompt action, immediately, more than 1 month ago, when I first wrote to them and hand delivered the submission for all the 3 election commissioners. I sent an email to not just them but 7 or 8 other people, and in the last week or so I've been following up with various different officials of the Election Commission, and yet they are completely unconcerned and unbothered. And finally, you have to know, if you already don't know, that BJP party workers in official designations are also sitting as directors in the companies which manufacture the EVM. Now, how much more proof does the court or anybody need that there is a conflict of interest here? And with those very people who are manufacturing these EVMs, with BJP party functionaries sitting as directors, do you think elections can be free and fair and your vote is secure based on all these things which I've just told you? And there is also the question of the 19 lakh missing EVMs. As far as I have searched, I haven't found a correct answer to those missing EVMs. Are they not missing? Does the ECI have them? Or what is happening with what? But all these are reasons enough for you to be worried and ask questions, and for me not casting my vote today.